welcome to Gani to Old Trafford. This is Ibi and my co-host Abdul.
Evening, guys. Wow, thank you so much for the love and the support and for your guys' comments. Please do not forget to like, subscribe, comment, hit the bell notification for all the beautiful content. And yeah, guys. So if you guys heard in our last segment, we have a beautiful competition running. Ibrahim, I think let's tell the viewers how do they get hooked up and they can win a Premiership T-shirt, a League Un, or a La Liga t-shirt. So any of your choice. But guys, please follow the rules. And yeah, let's see who's going to be the lucky winner.
Yeah, so thank you to Retro Football _ZA. You can find him on Instagram. Does a wide selection of kits, football jerseys, retros, and currents. So give him a follow and look at what he's got online, and he'll definitely be able to hook you up. So he's come to the party and really supported us in getting this giveaway set up. Like Abdul said, you have a chance to win your choice of a Premier League, La Liga, or League One store edition shirt, which normally goes for about 1,000 rand. So you stand a chance to win. The shirt comes with free printing, so a name and a number of your choice, as well as the league badge on the arm. The league of the shirt that you choose. So the entry mechanic is really easy. Just subscribe to the channel and share our content with your friends and family, and stand a chance to win your to win a football jersey. So get subscribing and get sharing.
Let's go, guys. So Ibrahim, transfer market, 2 days to go.
It's going to be a flurry.
The guys are scrambling. Yeah, so we're going to jump straight into Anthony finally over the line.
Yeah, amazing.
Good signing.
Amazing signing. I think this is someone Ten Hag wanted from the start.
Yeah.
And it's someone that we've gotten over the line now. We've put something on Instagram, and I'm not sure if you guys have seen it, but he really embodies Joga Bonito. So when we were youngsters growing up, Nike released an advert with all the Brazilian players, the flair, and they call it Joga Bonito, the beautiful game, right? And the saying goes that this was personified or brought to life by Pele, because he was the original Joga Bonito. He really enjoyed the beautiful game, embodied by none other than Ronaldinho. And I mean, no one can deny that. Ronaldinho really, got us going. And then obviously Anthony now, continuing that legacy in Manchester. So really like that build-up.
But Ibrahim, a remarkable player.
His
skill is, wow.
Something else. I just hope, and I think, to our viewers, we should remove the price tag. Jurgen Klopp said the same thing about Nunes. Guardiola said the same thing about Grealish. The price is the price. The market dictates the price. The situation dictates the price. But it shouldn't add pressure to the player. He's coming from the Eredivisie, inferior league to the Premier League. So it will take time to adjust. It will take time to get used to the way English teams play, etc. But I think he will definitely grow. Rio Ferdinand put it really nicely, is that, we're not buying a player at the top of his performance and that he's just going to flatline. Yeah. We're buying a player that, you're going to see that curvature go up this way if he develops correctly.
Correct.
Because his ceiling is really high. So really excited about Anthony coming in. We've also signed Dubravka. I can't pronounce it.
Okay.
He's the second choice keeper. He was actually the first choice keeper for Newcastle. But he's now, dropped down.
Backup keeper.
Decent backup. And I think that's what De Gea needs. He needs someone to challenge him, to really bring out his game. So it's a loan with an option to buy. So let's see how that goes. And then there's some talk about Serginho Dest potentially coming in. If Wan-Bissaka leaves, I hear West Ham and Crystal Palace are in for Wan-Bissaka. We got rinsed with him a couple of years back. We spent around 50 million, and apparently the offers coming in are all under 20. But I think they need to move him on. He's a good player, but not suited for Manchester United. And I think it's not his fault again. The price, like I said, the market dictates it. English tax, as they call it. All English players get that additional price. And when Manchester United come in for a player, the price goes up as well. So no fault of his own, but I think he'll thrive at a West Ham or Crystal Palace. So,
I think so.
Let's see what happens with that, and then Serginho Dest could be coming through. Frankie De Jong, Memphis Depay. There's some noise around it, but I think the Glazers have already spent a lot of. And again, when I say spend, not their money, the club's money, but they've spent quite a bit, and in their nature, we know that it'll be really difficult for them to spend any more. So I doubt any big name signings come through. Keep an eye on the Memphis one. If Ronaldo does get a late move, Memphis Depay could be someone to come in. And Frankie, in the transfer market, you never say no until the window closes. Correct. So keep an eye on that one. But I think for Manchester United, realistically, the transfer window is closed. I think, Dest comes in if Wan-Bissaka goes. Keep an eye on Memphis if the Ronaldo situation changes.
Pretty straightforward.
Frankie, like I said, just keep an eye till the window closes. And then potential outgoings, the bigger one is Jimmy Garner. Still linked with the move to Leicester or Everton.
I still feel, Ibrahim, that should be a loan, man.
Yeah, exactly. But,
that's...
the Glazers want to get some money in somewhere.
Through that.
And I think that's the way they're going to do it. And Hannibal has also, found his way at Birmingham City in the Championship on a loan. Well. And I think that's really good for him. I think he'll develop well. So not much, but you never know. The transfer market could always come up with some surprises as we get to the end.
100%.
Abdul, from an Arsenal perspective, you guys are really light in midfield with all of the injuries. Are you expecting any movements in the market from Arsenal?
Ibrahim, to be honest with you, we started off doing the business fairly early. And that's not the previous Arsenal team where we leave it for the last minute. So right up until the end of the Fulham game, we were good. Because we knew Partey would be off for about a few months. But we had Mohamed Elneny. Now Mohamed Elneny has got a huge injury. And now all of a sudden the midfield is as light as ever. So the Tielemans bid was, it was 50-50. Then it became apparent that Arsenal were not interested because they had Elneny that was there and they had the backup, but now with the injury, the Tielemans, I think the Tielemans one could go through, and if the Tielemans goes through, he won't play against you guys on
it's too
Thursday.
Early for him, I think.
It's too early for him, so I don't think so. So look at the Tielemans. There's going to be some movement. I know Edu is pushing on. A winger is still a priority. They're looking at the Ukrainian Mudryk, the Neymar, the Neymar Ukrainian footballer. They say he's skillful,
just to
he's
jump
dynamic.
in there, what we're seeing a pattern now where Abdul is finding PSG players and finding similarities with Arsenal or potential Arsenal players. We've got the Kylian Mbappe of defending. Now we've got the Neymar of
You
winger.
know why, Ibrahim?
So
because we fly Emirates. We fly, but no more PSG. But it's still one kid is still flying Emirates.
PSG is not Emirates, is it?
Wait, I don't know, guys.
Guys, let us know.
Yeah, please. No,
what's the shirt sponsor?
No, but they changed so much, man.
Yeah, exactly.
But they were flying Emirates. Okay, well, but so the Neymar.
Aren't they Qatar Airways?
They Qatar now. You're right. But they were flying Emirates. Okay, but guys, drop it in your comments.
Let us know.
Let us know and send in your comments, and we love your comments. So the Ukrainian Neymar, which I would feel 21 years old, 20 million, get the boy in.
Yeah.
Get him in.
Goodbye.
Get him
one for the future.
One for the future. Get him under the wings of Arteta. Zinchenko's there. I think he'll really develop. So that one there. Pedro Neto.
The noise isn't going away around that one.
The noise is not going away, and they say if he does not play tomorrow, that a move is on. So I don't know, guys. Look here. Realistically, going into the midweek fixture and then the match against Manchester United on Sunday, Arsenal are lacking. Let's just get realistic here. the run can come to an end, and you know, this is football.
And will come to an end on the 4th of
Okay,
September.
right. So,
But we'll
yeah,
get into that in our next segment.
we'll
yeah.
get into that. So, look here on the Arsenal front, Ibrahim. I'm now, after all the injuries, I'm hoping Tielemans comes in. A little bit of excitement, a good player, good bowler.
And a good finish to the transfer window.
Of course,
A player of his
definitely.
quality.
I mean,
just lifts the spirit of the rest of the squad as well.
one time. I mean, remember, guys, okay. Also, just to inform you guys, also something which is a dilemma at the Arsenal camp is that let Maitland Line, Ainsley and Maitland Lines leave.
He's on the move out.
He's
yeah.
on the move out, or keep him until the January transfer for backup as your centre midfielder. Now, remember, guys, Maitland Lines he already said last year that, you know what, please release me of this hellhole. Right, and he's still at Arsenal, so I don't know. Arteta, another big call to make, whether he stays, whether he goes.
I think that one. I think
so,
that the writing is on the wall. I think he's gonna leave.
I think so. I just feel, Ibrahim, with this panic now in midfield, and let's be honest, Maitland Nine's very average player, but he can give you a little backup where you need it.
Yeah.
You know, he's like a holding, for example. But yeah, so that's it. I think the Arsenal, I think the transfer, I think Edu is busy with the winger and the midfield situation. And I think if we can get those two in, it will be a good transfer market. And I think we'll be strong moving forward.
So how do
And
you
then-
rate Arsenal's transfer market so far?
Wow, honestly. I mean, a Jesus and a Zinchenko,
Vieira.
a Vieira, he hasn't played yet. I'll give it, honestly, like I said before, it's after a long time that Arsenal have done their business early, and we had a proper preseason with the players that were brought in, and you can see the way they're playing. So honestly, because of the timing and because of all the planning and trusting the process, this one I'm going to definitely give them an 8.
Okay.
I would give them an 8.
I mean, on United's side, I would give them a 5 or 6 out of 10. I mean, don't get me wrong. They brought in really, really good players, and I think we've covered some of the gaps that we have. But we're still short in right back. We still didn't bring in a pure, a player that can move with the ball, like a Frankie, for instance.
Yeah.
We short up front in a striking department. You know, we're about 1 or 2 injuries away from a crisis at Manchester
I
United.
actually wanted to ask you something, and this is for the viewers also. Please drop in your comments, and I just want to get Ibrahim's feedback on this. Donny van der Beek, Dennis Bergkamp's son-in-law.
Yeah.
We have to mention that also. So imagine, and he's got a child with Dennis Bergkamp's
Yes, daughter.
daughter. Imagine that would be the small non-flying Dutchman. But anyway, Donny van der Beek. What? I don't know. I actually liked him.
No, I think he's a good player, and I think he'll get his chances under Ten Hag. I think Ten Hag is
I hope he
obviously
does.
trying to find his feet around the squad.
Yeah.
And Donny is someone that will get chances, and I think if it doesn't happen for Donny this year, Donny
gonna ship
would have to find a move out, right? Because Ten Hag was the one who gave him his opportunity in Ajax. And if he can't break into a Ten Hag squad at Manchester United, I think it's only
writing's
right
on the
for him
wall.
to move on. Yeah, exactly. So this season will be telling. He'll get his chances, and it's up to him to take his chances. Yeah.
Good.
From a rating perspective, like I said, a 5 or 6. We brought in some good players in Casemiro, Anthony, Eriksen, Malacia, Martinez, and now Dubraka, and maybe Sergino Dest.
But Ibrahim,
But those are good players that
They
came in,
decent,
right? But the Glazers, in pure Glazer style, did their business late on, and only because they were under
Yeah.
pressure. These players didn't have a full preseason with the rest of the squad.
Correct.
I think from the new signings, only Malacia was available during preseason, the youngster, right? So that's a bit of a problem. They earmarked Frankie de Jong as their key marquee signing for the window, and they couldn't get him over the line. So for me, a failure on the Glazers' part, not on Ten Hag's part. I think the players Ten Hag is brought
but a
in.
frustrating transfer market for you.
Really frustrating.
Manchester United fans.
And still a lot of gaps that needs to be filled. So let's see. Maybe it gets filled over the next couple of days, but I won't hold my breath. So yeah, we'll be live on transfer deadline day,
Yes,
because it's
we would.
after the Manchester United Leicester game. So we'll be live post that, and we'll give you our thoughts and let you know if there's any pending deals that are going to go through towards the end. But let us know what you'd like to see or who you'd like to see come in from your team. Just a quick one, and I know it's not related to United and Arsenal, but Man City are in for Dortmund's defender, Akanji.
Oh, yes.
And they're going to get him on the cheap, right? 18 million euros. He's got 1 year left on his contract. So I think they're going to get him on a free.
But how do Man City always... I don't know if you notice, guys. Man City, I mean, if Arsenal, United, even Liverpool and Chelsea, when they go in for a player, it shoots
I think
up
it's
the
a
price.
relationship Pep has.
Okay. In the German league.
German league.
Okay.
And also they look for players that, you either move them on or they're going to lose value, right?
True.
So that's one to look out for. And I think, keep an eye on Liverpool as well. Klopp mentioned that they're short in midfield as well.
Because of Thiago's injury.
Exactly. And they're going to look to strengthen. He said it might be difficult. But let's see what happens there. So
but also with Klopp, and I always like that about Klopp. It's just not about just getting any player.
Getting the right player.
It's getting the correct
100%.
player, So, yeah.
So let's see what happens. It's going to be an interesting end to the transfer window, and we'll be with you guys on transfer deadline day to walk you through any of the more important incomings and outgoings at Manchester United and Arsenal. Once again, thank you for joining. Really enjoyed having you with us. You've become a real fixture in our lives,
Yes.
And we really appreciate it.
We enjoy it, man.
Yeah, exactly. Abdul, if you want to take us out.
Guys, thank you so much. Thank you so much for all that feedback, for all that positiveness, even all the negative feedback, guys. We love it. Please let them come through.
Keep it coming.
And we really appreciate you guys. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell notification. Instagram also. Don't forget the competition. Please, guys, subscribe. It's a beautiful skipper, whatever skipper you guys want, Premiership, League One, or the La Liga. And yeah, Ibrahim, we are
Gunning to Old Trafford.
Thank you,
Thank you.
guys.